All right, this is it. This is the big one. We're gonna show you how to send your files to print to your Epson F170 Sublimation printer for both Windows and Mac, and we're gonna use 4 different programs. We're gonna show you in this video how to send files to print using Photoshop, Affinity, Pages, and Canva. It's a lot of info, it's a lot of different tutorials all stacked into one video. So go ahead and use the chapters below to jump to the tutorial that you want specifically, or just pause and look at the timecode references right here. So the Epson F170 is an awesome sublimation printer, and it's going to come with a print driver. Now this is different from other sublimation printers that may come with a RIP program, RIP, RIP, raster image processor, where you could resize, recolor, and do all these different processes to your graphics. Now with Epson, when you have the F170, when you just have a print driver, you're gonna have to do all those processes yourself in various different programs. So I'm not gonna do full tutorials here on how to adjust and reset, blah, 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 blah. We're just gonna show you the basics, how to import your graphic, how to resize it, and then how to send it to print using the 4 programs I just mentioned. Now, what's cool about all these programs is of the 4, 3 of them are free. Affinity, Pages, and Canva. You could do this using the free version of all these programs. Photoshop is a paid version. It's a paid program, I should say. And the reason we're including it is because it's the professional industry standard. So it should be what you're aspiring to use if you're in the sublimation business. That's enough jibber jabber from me, and there's a little bit more to come, so let's get started. All right, first up is Canva. Now this is actually gonna work for both Windows and Mac, but I'll be demonstrating on Windows. So we're gonna create a new design in your paper size. For this demonstration, I'm using letterhead landscape, which is 11 by 8.5 inches. You're gonna drag your image file into the design space, and you're gonna click on position. You wanna make sure the ratio is locked, and then you could enter your desired size. In this case, our mug print should measure 8.2 inches wide by 3.75 inches tall. We're gonna go to share, download, then we're gonna change the file type to PDF print. I like to select flatten PDF, and then we'll leave all the other settings as shown, and then click download. Once it's downloaded, open the PDF, and we're gonna use Google Chrome to open it up for this example. Now from here, we're gonna click the print icon, print using system dialog, and then more settings. I wanna make sure the orientation is set to landscape since that's how I formatted it. Rigid is for hard substrates like ceramic or metal, or textile, which is gonna be for soft substrates like garments or mouse pads. Changing the quality to high will print nicer but slower. Then we're gonna go to more options. You're gonna make sure the reduce enlarge document is set to zoom and make sure that setting is at 100%. Then we'll ensure the mirror image box is checked. We'll leave all the other settings as is, and then we can click OK and click print, and then you're done. Photoshop is the industry standard, and it is available for both Windows and Mac, and I'll be demonstrating this on a Mac today. So we're gonna open our image in Photoshop. We're gonna go to image, image size, and then change the units to inches. Make sure the aspect ratio is locked. Then we're gonna import our first dimension, which is 8.2 inches, and then the others should update proportionally. We're gonna set the resolution to 300 dpi and click OK. From there, we're gonna send it to print. We'll select our Epson F170, go down to printer options, and then open up print settings. We'll change our media to match. Rigid is going to be for hard items. Here you can also change your print quality to regular or fine. Fine is nicer, but a little bit slower. Click print and you're good to go. Okay, Affinity is my new favorite program because it's totally free. It's a great alternative, and this is gonna work for both Windows and Mac, and I'll be demonstrating here on Windows. So we're gonna bring in our graphic, and we're gonna make sure that we're in pixel mode. Go to Document, Setup, then Document Setup. We're gonna change our units to inches and make sure the DPI is set to 300. Then we'll adjust the page dimensions, leave everything else as is, and click OK. All right, so that adjusted the dimensions for our workspace. Now let's adjust our image. On the right-hand side toolbar, click Transform, and just enter the exact same dimensions as the page. Now we're gonna drag our image to properly fill the page, and it should snap in place. If not, go to View, Snapping, and then Enable Snapping. Now we're gonna go to File and then Print. We're gonna select the Epson F100 series. The fit type should be scale with the scale set to 100%. Then we're gonna click Properties. Now I'm changing orientation to landscape since that's how I formatted this image. I'll change the paper type to match the substrate. rigid for hard substrates like ceramic or metal, or textile for soft substrates like garments or mouse pads. And remember, changing quality to high will print nicer but slower. Then we're going to click on more options. We're going to make sure the document size and output paper are correct. We'll make sure the reduce and enlarge document is set to zoom and then to 100%, and the mirror option should be checked. Leave all other settings as is and click OK, and then leave all these other settings as is and then click OK again to print, and you're done. All right, last but not least is Pages. Now this is for Mac only, but I imagine you could do the exact same thing in Microsoft PowerPoint or even Google Slides. All right, so we're gonna create a blank 8.5 by 11-inch document in a landscape orientation. We're gonna drag and drop the picture into the document. You're gonna click that paintbrush icon in the top right corner to show the format and style options. And then we'll see Style, Image, Arrange. We're gonna click on Arrange, click on the image, and then under Arrange, go down to Size and input your desired dimensions. Make sure the image is positioned properly on your page. I like to center it. Now we're gonna send it to print. We're gonna select the Epson F170. We're gonna go down to Printer Options and then open up Print Settings, and we're gonna change the media to match. Rigid or textile. Again, rigid for hard surfaces, textile for soft. And here you can change the print quality to regular or fine. Once again, fine is nicer but slower. We're gonna click print and we're good to go. Whoa, okay, that's a lot of info. But hey, now you know how to properly send your graphics to print to your Epson F170 printer using a few different programs. And if you like this video, do me a favor, like this video and then subscribe to our channel while you're at it. We have lots of great content on pretty much everything heat transfer. So sublimation, direct to garment, direct to film, heat transfer vinyl, all of that. We have tons of great content here on our channel, the Heat Press Nation channel here on YouTube. Also, you can get the Epson F170 and also shop our huge selection of printers, heat presses, basically all the equipment and supplies you need for the print methods I just mentioned. So head on over to heatpressnation.com today.